Step in front of a runaway train, just to feel alive again, pushing forward through the night, aching just to blur aside. It's so far away. It's all.
Alright guys, well, back out here trying to finish up the survival wilderness shelter. It's hard to get out here. I got out here last week, so I'm trying to come out every weekend. It's kind of far drive from my house, about an hour drive, but it's the only place I can get, you know, out in the woods without being bothered by people, even though there's a off-road area not too far from here where people, you know, bring their ATVs and stuff. But kind of a strange beginning of the day here. I was walking out and coming up over a ridge, and maybe 100 feet in front of me, 2 deer were standing right there and took off because I scared them. I guess they didn't hear me or smell me or whatever the case is, but I tried to follow them a little bit and didn't see them anymore, so they probably started hiding back in the trees or whatever. I'm kind of out in a little bit more of an open area now, so, but I'm also not that far from a game trail. Actually, from the shelter to the trail is probably about, I don't know, I would say maybe 50 feet, not even 30 feet maybe, but so I can tell they've been walking because it rained a lot last week, and there's still some wet spots, and I can see their hoof prints in there. So I don't know, maybe they'll come back around, maybe not. Either way, I'm gonna get work on the shelter and try and knock it out today. So I can hear one of the off-roaders now. Anyways, I'm trying to get this fire pit maybe, and maybe and hopefully finish up the shelter. So trying to get this done and knocked out. So okay guys, well, since I didn't have much time today, it took me a while to get out here. I had to stop at a couple of stores before I came out. Like I said, it's an hour drive, so I decided to not really mess with putting more debris on the shelter today. Plus I decided it would probably be a better idea if I brought a 5-gallon bucket and filled the bucket up with debris and then carry it over and dump it on. Probably be a lot easier doing it by hand. So what I thought I would do would just be work on this fire pit. So I was just cutting down some green pieces of oak. They don't look green, they don't have leaves on it, but it's green. It's pretty live on the inside. And I'm just gonna make a reflector here. You can see I already put the two posts on the piece here. Keep cutting this stuff up. I'm just gonna stack it up so it reflects that heat back in when it's cold at night. I don't know how to say it. I guess this is considered the desert, even though there's trees and stuff like that. This is considered a desert climate. Out here in the summertime, I don't know, I've been out here and it's been like 102 during the day, so it gets pretty hot. But now it's winter time. Now here in the winter, I've seen it get down to 26, 26, 25, something like that. I've never stayed out here when it was 25, 26. I stayed out here when it was like 40, and it was pretty cold. But that was a lesson learned. I didn't have all the proper stuff I should have had. I was standing in a hammock, and so there was convection underneath me and my son, so we were pretty cold. But like I said, lesson learned, so next time we'll have a wool blanket underneath or whatever. Anyways, so when I get this shelter built, I'm going to finally stay out here, stay the night, I'm going to stay inside, a fire out here, and see how well it works. So I'll come back when I got this a little bit more built up. Alright guys, well, it's coming along. It's just a real slow process for me. I can only get out for, like I said, a couple hours on the weekend. It takes an hour to drive up here, an hour to drive back. But making a little bit of progress. Like I said, next weekend I'll bring the bucket. Found an area not too far away that has a lot of leaves, a lot of debris. I'll be able to collect it. Got this fire reflector about halfway up. Probably gonna get it all the way to the top or as high as I can. But I'm getting happy with it. I mean, it's coming along. It's just, like I said, it's a long process doing it by myself. And I go from being at, living right near the beach at sea level to coming up here. It's about almost 5,000 feet above sea level. So I get pretty winded pretty quickly, especially carrying back big, huge branches and limbs and stuff like that, and doing all the work myself. So anyway, not complaining, just stating the facts, I guess. But anyways, we're gonna get it done. I was hoping this would only be like a 2 or 3 part series. This turned out to be like a 4, 5, or 6 part series. But like I said, we'll get her done. But thanks for watching. Any comments, concerns, tips, tricks, whatever, let me know.